Hi everyone, welcome back to Actual Factual Magic. We are the authors of Actual Factual Magic, the simplified guide to Walt Disney World, and we thought we needed to revisit the Disney Genie, the Disney Lightning Pass conversation to clarify some things and maybe take a different approach. Now, it's no surprise that social media is going crazy over these changes. Every time Disney changes something, the internet goes nuts, right? I get it. I'm not Pollyanna. I'm not trying to see the bright side in everything. I'm a Disney fan, and I think we Disney fans all have some concerns about how the company is nickel and diming just about everything these days, squeezing more and more out of us for the things that we're used to enjoy, that used to just be simple perks of staying at the Disney hotels or visiting the Disney parks. Here is just an example of some of the things that have changed recently that kind of has us wondering. We have plenty of reasons to think Disney is squeezing us dry while not necessarily offering more for the money we're spending. And honestly, it is making it harder to defend the company for these actions. I do think their corporate leadership is scrambling to make up for losses incurred during the pandemic shutdown, but they are doing it at the risk of alienating the very people they need to be welcoming back to the parks right now. That said, let's do something no one on the internet is doing right now. Let's look at the Disney Genie Lightning Lane offerings using something called assuming positive intent. The social media circles are screaming bloody murder over these changes, but the fact of the matter is, Disney officially released very little in details. So much of what we are seeing baked into the outrage is pure speculation. No one is going to really know if Genie is acting to be the benefit Disney claims it's going to be, or the cash grab that the internet thinks it's going to be, until it's actually implemented during a high capacity period of time. So let's do something different here. Let's look at Disney Genie with positive intent. Let's assume that the analytics and the algorithms actually work, that there is good participation from guests, and that it performs the way Disney says it's going to perform. Big assumptions, I know, but let's give that a consideration. So the big concern across the internet is the perception that guests will have to reach into their pocket to pay an extra charge if they want to experience what folks are calling premium or fancy rides. There's no official list out yet, so let's assume that means rides like Rise of the Resistance, Ratatouille, the Tron Coaster, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, and maybe a few others that are currently generating larger than normal queues. Most of these attractions are not even open yet, so we really won't know this paid Lightning Lane access will affect traffic in the rest of the park for some time. Keep in mind, though, that Disney says they are limiting access to paid Lightning Lane by one, letting people choose only 2 options per day, and 2, adjusting the price for these special accesses during crowded times, which again should limit the amount of people who actually opt to use this extra pay per attraction option. Keep in mind, Disney has a paid way to avoid lines in place for a while, and I don't think many of us ever noticed it interfering with the line wait times at all. That, of course, is the VIP tours. So maybe all the freaking out over paying for a minimum wait premium attraction is much ado about nothing. We'll see. Now, Universal has had a paid process for skipping the lines in place for quite some time now, and no one freaked out about that. And I think, from what I have witnessed, their paid upcharge to skip lines is popular, but not so much that it overly impacts the regular lines. Because it's a paid option, people do not opt into it as maybe they would with the free Fastpass option system that Disney had in place. Thus, it does not dramatically affect the regular lines for attractions. Granted, Universal is charging more of a premium price for their express passes. Their express passes cost between $70 and $90 above and beyond the regular admission price per day, which again might be an indicator that the pay per premium ride concept might not impact the regular access as much as we might think. The $15 per day upcharge for Disney Genie Plus access to Lightning Lane lines, the new Fastpass access, also has its limitation. You do not get an endless amount of lightning lane choices for that price. You get one lightning lane choice at a time. Use that choice and you can choose another. But these choices might not always be minutes from the end of the ride you just rode. In fact, there might be an hour or 90 minutes between one choice to the next, which again limits the access to any given attraction throughout the day, which again benefits the regular standby riders. The Disney Genie system should be smart enough to offer lightning lane choices for the attractions with lesser demand for the next choices you get. Again, managing the load to attractions throughout the day. You might think you're going to be choosing Space Mountain, then Big Thunder Mountain, then Splash Mountain, and Space Mountain again, and repeat and repeat and repeat. But in fact, choices offered to you might be Space Mountain, then PhilharMagic, then The Little Mermaid, then Country Bears, if you're choosing to use one lightning lane right after the other. The option for more popular attractions are probably going to be offered once or twice to you throughout your day, but probably not right after one another. And again, that favors the folks who are waiting in the standby lines because demand for popular attractions can be measured and metered through the Genie system to keep all those lines moving efficiently. And that brings us back to the folks who might choose not to spend any extra money at all for Disney Genie Plus or the Lightning Lanes or for the premium access to the premium rides. There is still access to all the attractions in Walt Disney World without paying extra. That's something that seems to be underreported by literally everyone who has a vlog. That's right, there will be standby lines or boarding groups available for every attraction throughout Walt Disney World, whether you pay extra or not. The basic Disney Genie service is being completely underreported. Why? Because there's no controversy to it. It's free. It's available to everybody who visits Walt Disney World. You don't have to stay in a resort hotel. You don't have to be part of any special club or organization. It's offered to everybody. And it brings back something that has been gone from Disney Vacations for a long time. Well, kind of. That's in-the-moment spontaneity. None of the new services really gives anyone, paid or otherwise, a head start. I saw one report say that Disney resort guests will have maybe an hour jump on those staying elsewhere to get into Disney Genie's planning system. But since Disney resort guests will also have a half-hour early entry into any given park, that just makes sense. The free Disney Genie service is supposed to follow you through your day using your smartphone's location capabilities to make continuously updated suggestions for you. If you are in Ventureland, for example, it might tell you to get into line for the Jungle Cruise and put off Pirates of the Caribbean until later in the afternoon when the line should be shorter. It might suggest lunch at Skipper Canteen because they have available seating and it's past noon. After your cruise and you're wrapping up lunch, it might notice an unexpected dip in the wait for Pirates and put you back in that line next. Or suggest you check out Splash Mountain as the midday parade will likely pull the lines down for shorter waits there. I see this as an amazing advantage to guests who choose to use it. Real-time analytics on current line waits and expected line waits later in the day, and to make things even easier, a tip screen that continuously updates with your preset preferences in mind, moving you to the next logical fun thing to do with your day at that moment, right when you're looking for suggestions. Again, if Disney Genie delivers as promised, this kind of ever-updating management of your day could really make your day complete and special. And because it's managing all of the queues everywhere, paid or not, it's likely not overbooking Lightning Lane access the way the old Fastpass system did. So while it's easy to see this whole thing as a blatant cash grab by the money-grubbing executives who have stopped caring about what Disney truly means to us fans, there is a chance that this system could actually deliver what it promises, a better experience for everyone. I guess we'll see this fall. Let's keep our hopes up. This is Joe from Actual Factual Magic. Our 4th edition of our simplified guide to Walt Disney World will be out soon. Please keep an eye on Amazon for that. and we hope you keep checking back here for updates. Thanks.